Back for another Monday. Scotty, Shelby, Zach. It's the Hopeless Fan Podcast. August the 17th. New week is here. Zach, you are so close to being home sweet home, free as a bird, as some would say. Exactly. How you feeling?
It seems as though I don't really want to talk. Hey, well, Jesus Christ. I was about to go into who gives a shit about how I'm feeling. It seems like you've had a bad day. Let's talk about you. But you know what?
I'll go bunk. I have a bunk. Let's just say I have a bunk.
Oh, okay. Well, now I have another bunk.
Podcast segment.
Jesus.
We will have our bunk and state of the week. We have Boardwalk, which you have to just trust us that either way we spin it, when we do this podcast, everyone's listening to this like 3 days later, so they don't care if we're cheating or not. But we did pick before the game started. We have Zach's ERA play of the day, which is off to a hot start. We have college football petition season, and then we end with who tweeted that between Scotty and Zach. Should be a short, crisp, compact show. Let's start with college football. Scotty, percent chance SEC plays a full 10-game season, which is what they just released a moment ago, or earlier today.
70%.
Ooh.
I'll give it 70.
Do I smell optimism from Scotty?
Well, I mean, you basically take the southern schools out, and you take away a lot of income for that city. So I'd say that they're going to push as hard as anyone. And then, I mean, even if it's a condensed season, I could see it happening for them.
Yeah, I mean, they came out the 10-game season and all SEC games. So, I mean, Zach, you don't have to complain that Alabama's playing like, I don't know, Mount Notre Dame State Tech.
I kind of like those because the spread's always like minus 42, and I always hammer it. And I'm like, somehow it hits.
Yeah, mine's always like, oh, they're playing New Mexico State, like plus 50. Like, how can you not bet on a team that's plus 55, and then they're down
61-3.
Yeah, they're down 49-0 at halftime. And you're like, how does that happen? Like, just run the ball. How can D1 athletes score at will against other D1 athletes? I don't know. Zach, what do you give it? Percent chance that the SEC pulls off a 10-game season?
Oh, God. I would probably say like 65%. They seem to kind of
wow.
They seem to kind of, no pun intended, spit in the face of coronavirus scare by spitting in each other's faces at corona parties. I think that I don't know. Yeah, I would say a little bit above 50, maybe 60%, 57%, somewhere right around in there.
Yeah, I would give it probably about 75%. I think they're so full send right now that, I mean, and they know that everyone's going to watch them because they'll be the only college football on. And is it true that the Big Ten commissioner, anyone remember his name? All right, did anyone know the Big Ten commissioner?
Did you just clap?
Yeah, and then it hurt my hand. And then I was in the shower, and I just grabbed the shampoo and squeezed the shit out of it, and I like yelped.
The worst part about being hurt is that early stages where you forget that you're hurt.
Yeah, and then I know like at some point in this podcast, you guys are gonna give your boardwalk picks, and I'll have to write them down, and I'll be oh fuck. So
you have to write them down with your other hand like Simple Jack.
Shelby, when you get into your bunk, I'll tell you something that'll make you feel better about your injury.
Okay, I need that.
Shelby has an injury, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so I was wondering who the Big Ten commissioner was, and it's Kevin Warren. So obviously, no one's really a fan of him right now. Debate whether he made the right decision or not. But his son is also gonna play football in the Big Ten. So, yikes.
Well, he's not gonna play football.
Or no, sorry.
He probably wasn't very good.
Sorry. My bad. His son, Kevin Warren's the Big Ten commissioner. His son is a tight end for Mississippi State, and he's going to practice and play for Mississippi State. So, a little yikes.
Awkward.
So it's petition season.
Big time.
It's petition season at basically every level of football besides the pros. Yeah. Any chance I think I signed it, the Big Ten one, from Justin Fields.
I did. Yeah.
Let's see, Zach. You said it was at 200K, I think, this morning.
That was at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So I wonder what is it possibly at now? Who wants to guess the over/under?
285.
325.
I'll take the under at 285.
The under at 285. You guys talk amongst yourselves for 5 seconds.
All right, Zach. Do you think we can get a petition to end COVID?
Oh, that's great.
Like, it'll just go away.
Why haven't we thought of this?
Hey,
if we get enough signatures,
like, well,
it might just go away.
COVID's like, oh shit, did they really start a petition? Like, fuck, dude. All right, what were your
my only weakness?
What were your guys' numbers?
I said
285 and 325.
All right, 258.
Ooh, bitch.
That's kind of light. All right, but yeah, any chance these petitions work, or is it just like, oh, they got 258,000 people who don't give a crap except if there's football on Saturdays?
Yeah, thanks for coming
yeah,
out.
It's like, oh, that's nice that you all took 5 seconds to do this.
We're not doing shit about it.
It's that scene from Jurassic Park where the fat guy's at the table. He's like, petition, like, see, no one cares. If you guys have seen Jurassic Park.
It's been a while. Jurassic Park. I like Jurassic World actually better. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I did. Okay, moving on. We go to Bunk and Stand of the Week. I guess I'll start with my Bunk. Today's been a Monday. I see what Garfield was talking about now.
Looks like someone's got a case of the Monday.
Exact, I guess.
You ever seen Office Space?
Yes, I've seen Office Space. My red stapler. See, I can add quotes too. Sorry, Zach, you're just a punching bag today. Your bio's
You're such a sourpuss.
Any hoozles.
He's going. Shelby's going through it.
Yeah. So today, just been a Monday. Shitty day at work, and then go to play softball. We lose 12-11 with the bases loaded in the last inning.
Oh no!
Over. Take the over.
And
What inning did you bruise your
third
injury?
The bottom of the third.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
he fucking fought through it.
Yeah. So, and I had to leave shortstop. I had to go play left field because if like a hard hit ground ball hit I couldn't put my thumb in my glove because.
So here's the question: if you had an injured thumb and were able to stay at shortstop, do you guys win?
No, because actually after I left at shortstop, nothing got hit to our shortstop. It was the weirdest thing. He was complaining about it, but yeah. So in the bottom of the third inning, there was a runner going to third, and the guy who hit it was going to second, and our outfielder threw it to me, and I realized that the guy running to third, like, we had no shot at getting him, but the person running to second, like, all nonchalantly, was like not expecting me to come tag him. So I caught it, immediately ran at him, and it was like this big guy. It's like one of those skinny guys that's skinny everywhere, but his gut was horrendously huge.
Oh God! Yeah.
And as soon as I laid a tag on his chest, he went into a full slide and just like bent my thumb backwards.
Oh,
and
what
now
a
I'm
dick!
Like,
oh my!
And now I'm like,
God.
it's like purple on the inside, purple at the bottom, and like I can't hold anything. It's like if it's not broken, it's like something's up. But yeah, then of course I'm like bummed about that. And then we're down 12-5. We come all the way back to 12-11. And Scotty, I'll just give you a hint. We had the bases loaded with 1 out, and
the team has a pulse.
With the bases loaded, 1 out, down 12-11.
Does her name start with a K?
No, his name. It's I live close to the field.
Oh, shut up.
He strikes out.
Oh my God.
Or no, sorry. Pops out in foul territory to the first baseman.
Jesus.
So all we needed was a ground ball, and we would have tied the game because he's too fast to make it a double play or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the next girl hits a ground ball right back to the shortstop. Game over, 12-11. Then get to the parking lot. Thumb's dead. Brake lights out. So R.I.P. brake lights. R.I.P. some cartilage in my left hand. So yeah, Bunk of the Week,
Shelby,
easy one.
You need something to make you feel better about that.
I would love it.
So you are aware of classic Scotty things that happen. He always gets. You know how I'm always getting hurt somehow.
It went through my mind that I'm like, God, if I was like, I'm the only one. Like, I played softball with this team for 3 years, and I'm the only one that's ever gotten injured. I'm like, this. I would have expected it to happen to Scotty.
Yeah, no, it totally. No, me too. But anyway, so the other day, like literally 2 weeks, I was in my office, and I jumped off.
Oh, you in the office now?
I am in the office. Yeah. I'm in my office. I do own it, figuratively. But I jumped off you know that when you go into the office, there's that like a 2-step platform that until you go into like where all the computers are at. I think you've been in there, so you might be aware of it, Shelby.
Yeah.
So I jumped off that 2-step platform and like I jumped and then I clapped my feet together, just to be stupid. And my shoe was loose. And the inside of my shoe is like wool, so it's like carpet. And my foot just kind of like slipped inside of my shoe, and my ankle did a whole 90-degree fucking bend, dude. I swear to, I got up and I like walked it off, but it was like completely numb, and I was like, dude, I broke my ankle. I think I broke my, because I could feel I felt the pain like coming. Like I was walking it to where it had like 0 blood in there. And then it like grew to the size of a softball the next day.
No pun intended.
And then yeah, 2 days later it was fine though. So there's hope for your thumb.
Okay, well I'll pray. I mean, I don't want to bring the big guy into this, but yeah. Okay, Zach, anything to make me feel better? No.
We're going to the casino on Wednesday.
True. God.
I'll place your bets for you.
Yeah, I don't know. The biggest thing, I don't think I can put money into a machine and place my bets without thinking of it.
Hey, I got you, buddy.
All right, I appreciate that. Who else has a bunk?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I definitely do. It was it was gonna be the fucking. Well, I guess we'll kind of get into that when we get into Boardwalk, but it was gonna be fucking Brooklyn, but now it's gonna have to be Red Lobster, because I went to Red Lobster.
How did I know that?
Like, that's no surprise, right?
How did I know this?
It's no surprise. Yeah. So we were at Red. I guess it'd just be Bunk is just when you get a bad waitress, because my mother-in-law literally asked, like, every time the waitress came back, like, hey, can I get some tartar sauce for my shrimp? And the fact that you would get tartar sauce
shrimp,
with
that's
shrimp
a bold take.
is questionable at best.
Like,
but at the same time,
it's like asparagus for breakfast.
it is. I mean, yeah. But you know what? I'm not gonna insult my mother-in-law. She's a fantastic woman. I would never do that. But
wife's listening.
Like 4 times. Every time she came back. Like 4 times this waitress came back. She's like, hey, can we get some tartar sauce? We're like, yeah, absolutely. Never got it. Never got it.
Classic.
Zach, is your stand gonna be? But the lobster I had at Red Lobster, they're fucking banging, dude. You know, like those appetizers.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
So the worst thing that's happened to you in the last week was that your mother-in-law didn't get tartar sauce for shrimp. Wow.
That's just what happened today.
Oh, okay.
They usually go day by day.
All right,
okay.
My bunk.
Scott.
I placed the little Betskaruskis over the weekend.
Sure.
I was in solid position, and then I was like, well, shit, it's Cormier's. Is that how you say it? Yeah, whatever. UFC's last. Now this Cormier. It's his last fight. He's got to go out like one of the greats,
Miocic.
right? And it was even odds or whatever, and a lot of people say that he should have won. It was very, very close, and he lost. Whatever, I'm still up. Lost again. Now here's the kicker. I could have been down, and I could have been up on this one bet. And it's I bet the Yankees at the bottom of the 7th inning under 5.5 runs. Under 5.5 runs. It was 4-1. So basically no more scores of the game. Well, they breeze through the Red Sox, and then the Yankees don't score. 8th inning comes and goes, and it's the top of the 9th, and with 2 outs, or maybe with 1 out, Joe Schmo hits a double that almost goes over the wall. So I'm like, okay, I'm still cool. I'm still in good position. And then now there's 2 outs because the next dude popped up. Now there's 2 outs. It's Jose Peraza. Meet your bunk. That's the fucking bunk.
So backstory, Scotty, you hate him because of his time with the Reds.
I always, if you get anyone who knows me as a Reds fan, Jose Peraza can literally kick fucking rocks. I hate Jose Peraza. He doesn't hit. He gets swole so that people believe he's like good or something, but he's not. He did. I mean, I don't know. He's swole. I'll give him that. Anyway, he fucking hits a ground ball, and the pitcher decides to pick up the ball and tag Jose Peraza instead of an easy flip to the first baseman, which would have made it. But no, Jose Peraza's knee has to hit the glove as he
Don't
gets
blame
tagged.
Jose Peraza.
No. I know. You're right, but still, it's the pitcher's fault. I just, Jose Peraza is my bunk because I hate him and I don't know the pitcher's name. But the pitcher dropped the ball, and everyone's fucking safe, and the runner from second scores. Or no, I'm sorry. The runner from second got the third off the fly out. So that's just for references. But
well, Scotty, your that story, and you can feel free to use it next week. But your story is now going to be the inspiration for our Monday's Mount Rushmore, which is going to be Mount Rushmore of our personal bad beats.
Yes. No. Yeah. You're right.
Okay. But
another idea for a future Mount Rushmore of your personal vendetta against.
Wait, that's not today,
love
is it?
that. No.
Okay. Good.
No.
I was like, did I miss something?
Yeah, we have Mount Rushmore of 2000s comedians.
Yes.
All right.
Comedies.
Of what?
Not comedians. Comedy movies.
Oh boy.
Not comedians.
Well,
Did you put comedians?
Add that to my bunk of the week.
Jeez.
Dave.
I said
did
movies
say
that
that.
came out
Shelby-
when we were in middle school.
Shelby-
Dave
School
Chappelle.
slacking.
No, I know that he did. I just whoops. I might need a second.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right. No, just name off a bunch of Will Ferrell movies. You'll be all right.
That's a good point. Okay. We have Bunk of the Week, Stan of the Week. And I guess I'll start. And Scotty, mine's going to be Peyton Manning.
Let's go.
I don't know. Did you guys see it? Yeah. It's Peyton Manning, but it's more like woke to Patriot cheating scandals. Let me explain. So it came out today where I think the Broncos were like live streaming their training camp or something, but they were like making sure to not like show any like they were just showing like one-on-one drills, like not 11 on 11 plays, if that makes sense.
No, I gotcha.
So I forget who was broadcasting it, but I think they were two former Broncos.
Steve Atwater, probably.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was one of them, and I forget who the other one was. But basically, they said that like they're not going to show 11-11 because like they don't want the Chiefs or the Chargers to be like watching.
Right.
And it was Orlando Franklin. And
okay, yeah, former Charger and Bronco, yeah.
Yeah, so he was talking about this is, and I'll just go from reading it from the quote from the story. He says Orlando Franklin recalls Peyton Manning's paranoia when it comes to going over the game plan. He was a stickler on that. He didn't want anybody to see any plays, so everything we did was really top secret. Franklin added that there was a time in 2013 where Manning conducted walkthroughs in the middle of a forest before playing the Patriots in Foxborough. We went and got on the buses and pulled up to the forest, got out of the buses and walked for about 5 minutes, and then we get in the middle of this forest, and that's where we did the walkthrough.
That's amazing.
So
Jesus.
So right before the Broncos blew like what was it 24-0 lead that season in New England
in Foxborough, yep.
Hashtag Tony Carter game.
There was a lot of those.
Yeah, that's who fumbled or got hit by that punt, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got hit by that punt. Yep.
And then we ran into we tried to get into Scotty's room to give him shit about it, and he had locked himself in his room.
Yeah.
In his dorm at Ohio University.
I was pissed.
But
you also did the same when remember when the Bengals and
don't at me about
Bengals Dolphins. If you ain't locking your door to your dorm room in college after a hard NFL game, don't at me because you're not worth it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're not a true fan because like everyone knows who your favorite team is, and you're like the biggest fan of that team in the building. So when your team's playing on prime time, they're the only team playing, so everyone's watching. And when they lose, everyone knows who to go give shit to. And it's like, oh boy, like I like sprinted upstairs. It's like no one's fucking talking to me today.
Shelby, you remember the tip catch to AJ Green in the Ravens Bengals game?
Yeah.
I got so mad at that game. I was watching it at Jenna's house when we were just dating, and she made me go home. I got so mad.
The Ravens won like 6 minutes later.
Was it that?
Oh,
are you
boy.
sure?
Positive.
I thought they lost that game.
Tough. But are you talking about the Hail Mary?
I'm talking about the one where it got tipped up in the end zone, and AJ Green ended up catching it.
Okay, in the end zone, that was the Hail Mary. But the very next year, week 1, he also caught a ball that was tipped and then ran into the end zone. That's
Yeah.
that's the game the Bengals won. So refresh your memory. Was this in September or was it in November?
September.
Okay, so yeah, the Ravens did lose 23-16.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I got so mad she made me go home.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But they just don't get it.
Nope.
Okay. Now I forget where I was going. Oh, real quick on the Dalton game. Looking back, the Miami Dolphins, Scotty. So they won 22-20, and they were 2.5 point favorites.
Yikes!
They won on a walk-off safety,
God.
and the over under was 43. And it ended at 42.
God, that is a terrible beat or a fucking legendary win. Because it's like you're going to overtime. You're like,
so
I lost.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, no. If you're a Dolphins backer, if you have a Dolphins ticket, you're like, okay, if the Dolphins win this game, it's going to be on a field goal. They're going to cover 2.5.
Right.
And if it's the total, you're at least going to push because one of the teams is going to win on a field goal or a touchdown. You win.
But if you have the under, or if you have the over, or actually,
yeah,
no, I get you. If you have the Bengals,
if you have the under,
Bengals
you
plus
won.
2.5, you're
if
feeling
you have the Bengals
fucked.
in the under. Yeah, absolutely. Unless they win. So, bad beat of the week. All right, stand of the week,
Yeah,
Scott.
my stand of the week. I was going to have Justin Fields be the stand of the week because starting the petition, at least he's doing something. I actually want to see Justin Fields play another year of college football because he's like miles better than Dwayne Haskins. But I'll go with Jamal Murray for the 130 big win, game 1 of the Utah Jazz. I'll coincide that stand win and cover. I'll coincide that win with Jamal Murray's as a stand, and also put Michael Malone as a stand because he said after post game, I know you saw this show because you favorited the tweet I retweeted. It was like they didn't like.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of people must have liked the Denver Jazz matchup because they put us at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on the Oxygen Network. And that was good. First playoff game, first overtime game. Jamal Murray was literally unconscious. Hit 4 for 4 from 3 in both overtime and fourth quarter. And he was feeling it. He's the reason we won. Boom.
Good teams win, great teams cover.
That's right.
All right, Zach, stand of the week.
My stand of the week is the 5th inning Oakland A's. I don't know if you guys caught the Oakland-San Francisco game from
Oh, they
yesterday.
went off.
9 runs in the 5th inning.
Wow.
This is going to tie into a portion of Boardwalk later.
Shit.
That I'm going to expand on this, but just watching them go off on San Francisco Giants, it was just I was just trolling for a good game to watch, waiting for Jenna to come home from work, bored out of my fucking dome, and I was like, I was so desperate. I was like, is there any baseball good games on right now? And then I started streaming that Oakland game, and it was like I started streaming like halfway through the 3rd. Gets to the 5th inning, they go fucking ham, bro. So it was a fun. It's always hard for me to find a good baseball game to watch. I love Oakland at this point. Maybe I'm gonna start hammering their overs because
Jenna, come home to me. I'm so bored. I'm watching baseball.
She walked out of the room.
Okay, stand of the week, bunk of the week, done. College football done. All right, we go to Boardwalk. So bunk of the week, Zach, because he didn't get his Nuggets pick in time, so that cost Scotty a win in Boardwalk. So we didn't get that game in. We did give our picks for Brooklyn and Toronto, over under 222. Who had the final score of that game? Raptors, Nets. Real quick, here we go. 134 to 110. So easy cover. Scotty and I hit it. Zach had Brooklyn. 0-1. Next game, Philly, Boston, actually coming down to the wire here.
Give me LT.
Down the old stretch.
my
Celtics,
teaser is alive.
Celtics leading 87-86. Zach with a teaser, which in basketball is
Zach,
so
what do
risky.
you have on that game?
It's unreal.
Like for the Boardwalk.
Boston -2.
God.
What?
Oh, that one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boston minus.
Oh no! I meant
It was
for
a
Boardwalk.
4-point teaser.
I guess we'll get into it because.
Oh, he has Boston -6.5.
Yeah, so
and
in trouble.
Scotty and I each have
Scotty.
218. All
we
three
took
of
the
us
over.
could be in trouble, and all 3 of us could actually win. All 3 of us are in trouble, and all 3 of us could actually win.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll go to next game. Dallas against the Clippers. The Clippers 6.5-point favorite. Zach and I with a little wager against each other. The lines actually came out for the games, like betting how many games it would go. And Zach, I think you actually got the better number in our bet because the odds say it should go 6 games. So yours is looking good. But we go to our picks for that game, which is tipping off about 45 minutes or so. We go to the picks for our games, and Scotty, Clippers, Mavs.
Yeah, I'm taking the Clippers, dude. I think, playoff Kawhi, -6.5. I think it's too generous. I think Luka and did Luka go to the playoffs last year?
Let's say yes.
Okay. Well,
I would say no.
Yeah.
But I've been wrong almost.
I'm actually
going to
say no as well. So that would help.
You already
bet.
said yes.
They did not go to the
exactly.
playoffs. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Yeah, so I think that they're still a little bit too inexperienced. They're playing well, but even though they've been playing well in the bubble, they're still chopping up L's. So there's something at the end of the game there. I think Kawhi and playoff P are both going to just dominate them. I actually think it might be close, but I'd still see them winning by when it's all said and done by 10 points. So give me the spread 6.5 for the Clippers.
I'm gonna go with Scotty here. We're rolling again. Scotty and I the same for the third straight pick. Clippers -6.5 and the hook, some might say. Clippers won 4 of their last 5 in the bubble. More importantly, this season 3-0 against Dallas, including a 15-point win in that bubble. And the Clippers, the best perimeter defensive team in the NBA. Dallas, where's their bread and butter made? On the perimeter. Bad matchup for Dallas, which is why I picked them to win lose in less than 5.5 games against Zach. Only thing that scares me is Dallas this season, 7-1-1 against the spread when the spread is between 5 and 8 points. So that scares me a little bit. But with the way the Clippers are, they've just been so good. One of the favorites to win the NBA championship, and they just match up so well with Dallas. And I think these teams with Dallas and Denver, Clippers and Nuggets both got the first round matchups they really wanted.
Yeah, and also now that the playoffs started, everything is thrown out the window almost. I mean, you to an extent, you have to go more off feel and players at this point because everyone's going to turn it up a notch, especially with the players who are kind of locked into that seeding spot and who weren't playing full minutes.
Right.
So I'd say you have to the fire actually my mixtape is playing outside, so you have to forgive me.
I was about to say it.
I had to, but yeah, no. I think Clippers turn it on. Kawhi Leonard is, obviously Kawhi Leonard,
and that's a good point too because when you said these players are going to turn it on, and who knows how they respond to being in the playoffs. I mentioned with Michael Porter Jr. to you, Scotty, it was his first playoff game, but I think he has such a he doesn't have to carry the Nuggets, that he was in a good spot to just be himself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But also,
Yep.
has I don't think Porzingis has ever played in the NBA playoffs. With the Knicks.
Maybe his rookie.
Maybe
year
with the Knicks.
Carmelo?
Yeah, maybe with the Knicks. Yeah, he was with them from I think 2015 to 19.
Yeah, I don't think it was very hard in the East to make that.
No, he's never made it. So first playoff game for Luka and Kristaps.
Oh, really? Wow.
In America.
Interesting. Okay.
Zach, your pick.
Yeah, I don't know how the playoffs works overseas. My pick, I'm gonna go with the. You guys were talking about the Clippers defense. What do you have their over under at? I'm looking at this on ESPN. It says 230 and a half.
ESPN. 229.
Oh, well, I'll still stick with it. I'm going with the under. I think defense is going to play a bigger factor in this game. I'm going under the 229. Just because I didn't want to go. I kind of felt Mavs plus 6.5. I think I have to hope that they win as many games as possible so we can get to game 6. But I just being the first game, the very last game they played, they lost to the Clippers 126-111. which doesn't bode well for this over-under, but I think there's going to be a difference. Teams probably weren't trying very hard in that last game since the seeds were already locked in. So I think the defense is going to be turned up a notch a little bit in this game. That's why I'm going to take the under.
Okay, next game we go to baseball, and Zach, we'll start with you. We have our closest matchup in baseball tonight, and that is in the desert. The Oakland A's, plus 102 on the money line. Diamondbacks a slight favorite against the A's. Zach, where are you going? Over under 9.
Listen, what did I just tell you about my fucking Oakland A's? I am taking their run line to win the game.
Money line, Zach.
Money line, whatever you have to call it. I don't care. Money line, run line, whichever is the right pick to take. I'm all on Oakland. They're 16-6. Diamondbacks 11-11. Not a great team. I think that it's kind of odd that the A's are not favored in this game.
Slight dog.
Slight dog, and I'm all over them. They're coming off let's keep an eye on that 5th inning. That's all I have to say.
I'm with you. I'm tailing that. The A's on a 5-game win streak. They hit the crap out of the ball against the Giants, which isn't saying much. The Giants have a bad bullpen. They have a bad starting rotation. But still, a 5-game win streak, and they're sending Chris Bassett to the mound tonight. 2-0 with an ERA under 2.5. A's best record, and that offense is going off. I'm going to ride with Billy Bean and Moneyball until it fails me. Mm-hmm. Scotty?
Yeah. Hey, speaking of ERAs, how is my ERA play of the day?
Yeah, we'll jump to that real quick before Scotty comes back. Zach, your ERA play of the day, I'm just going to say I don't think it works in the long run, but ride it while you can because
we'll find out.
Yeah, we will. A long season. But I'll just say, starting good, 2-1-1 to start, and I think in your last 3 you're 2-0-1 because you lost your very first one. So what's it going to be today? And if you missed last week's show, Zach's ERA play of the day is that he takes 2 starting pitchers, he adds up their ERAs, and then looks at the over/under in the line. And I'm guessing the biggest difference on each game he handicaps or whatever. That's
or
the
how
one he
I'm
picked.
feeling.
Or how he's feeling. So what are you feeling today?
Yeah, I dropped it in. I dropped it in the group chat earlier today. And I was just I was perusing through on my phone and I was just saying, who am I feeling today? I don't know. And then I got up and I was feeling hot. ERA play of the goddamn day. Tigers White Sox over 9.5. Run my pockets is what I dropped in there. Tigers White Sox over 9.5. And if we go and look at the game, you look at the ERAs of these pitchers. It's already it's at 2-0 in the middle of the second. So
looking good.
Looking good. I'm looking pretty good.
Yep. Zach is fading the Tigers. I think his name's Boyd, was a left-hander. He was their opening day starter against the Reds, and he's just gotten hit hard every time out, and he's already given up 2 runs. So looking good, Zach.
Yep. Can't go wrong there.
All right, let me get my freaking Boardwalk pick in for this Oakland game.
A's Diamondbacks, Zach or Scotty.
Yeah, so I was starting to talk, and this is a bunk for doing this thing remote. I was muted, so anyway. I'm fading you.
Nobody's stopping you from driving to Cincinnati.
I'm fading both of you guys. Under 9.
Diamondbacks. Under 9. That's not fading us.
I thought you guys were going.
No, we took money line for Oakland.
Oh, both of you. Oh, okay. Well, I'm fading Zach's big notorious. I love Oakland A's overs in that regard. Then.
That I literally just brought up 10-15 minutes ago. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Okay.
Do
you guys want some? I mean, like some handicap there, or?
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, no explanation needed. You just hate me, and then you want to go against me. Gotcha.
No, that's not true at all. I had it written down before the podcast started.
I had under 9 written down, and I switched to the A's because I don't trust the offense to not bash that under.
Yeah, well, also, I mean, no one's batting over 300 for Oakland except for Kemp, the second baseman.
It's a home run game.
There's two ERAs. Yeah, it is a home run game, but both of the ERAs for each pitcher are very good. One's 2-0, obviously one's 0-0, and I mean if they're both one's at 2.42 in the Bassett and Gallen, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks is 2.74. I'll take that under.
And the guy I was thinking of for the Tigers, Matthew Boyd, who has now given up back-to-back home runs against the White Sox for the second time in 6 days. So, Zach, your play of the day looking good. My bonus is currently looking good but delayed, and that was the Yankees team total over 5. They are leading 3. They are leading 3-1 in the top of the 4th inning, but the game is delayed.
Oh, what if it ends though?
It can't end because they have to play at least 5 innings. But if it's like rescheduled, I guess they'll just hold that until the end, which is weird because I'll have to be on the lookout for that. And I'll be 1 game back in the standings each time, so I don't know how it's gonna work. But I really liked that when it came out. So Yankees team total over 5. Basic handicap: the Red Sox 6-16. I'm so glad I bet they're under 31.5 wins for the season back in June at the casino.
Nice.
So I'm happy I'll be able to, unless a miracle happens, I'll be able to cash that ticket. They have the worst starting rotation, the worst bullpen, just absolutely awful. The Yankees team total over 5, like I said, looking good, 3-1 in the 4th inning. It is delayed. Bonus, Scotty.
My bonus. I'm gonna keep my bonus and my lock, just so you know, in the same game tonight, and it's the Clippers.
Why don't you go
Dallas.
back to back then?
I will go back to back unless Zach wants to put his bonus before me.
Nope. Go
Give
ahead.
me Luka Doncic over 29.5 points. Now this also looks good for the games over in general. I still think they cover, but I think Luka Doncic. There's not a ton of stores besides him, Seth Curry, and Porzingis on that team, and I think that he's going to need to just chuck up shots all game.
Yeah, it kind of goes against when we talked about them like maybe being skittish because their first game, but if the Clippers are blowing them out, I mean, garbage time points work just as well. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly, and I just think that, I mean, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be close. I still think like Luka Doncic is a future MVP in the NBA, in my opinion, and I think that his first playoff game, although I think he'll lose, I think the Clippers are by far the better team. I still think Luka Doncic in his first playoff game is going to perform well, just not well enough to cover or win.
Aside Bunk, I'm gonna say I kind of miss the bubble seeding games because if you could pick a team that had nothing to play for, you were probably gonna cover with the other team. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That was like a money play. I kind of missed that.
Now we have no idea.
Yeah. Scotty, go ahead and do your lock. Secure the bag.
Yeah. So I mentioned it earlier. So playoff Kawhi is here, right?
Yeah.
And the over under for threes made in this game is 2.5, and I'm taking that over too. I'm thinking Kawhi Leonard makes more than 2 threes.
Scotty overs.
I'm Scotty overs here. Bubble Scotty has spoken.
Did that one prop you had with the Nuggets guy hit over 1.5 threes?
Yes, he had 2.
Oh, that's thrilling.
It was thrilling, dude. Like, so in the first quarter, he hit his first 3, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I have the whole game for him to just hit another one." He literally takes 3 shots or 3 3-point jumpers in quarters 2 and 3, and he misses them all. I'm like, "Oh no, you're not gonna give him any confidence to shoot." And then he made one in the 4th quarter with like 7 minutes left, so I could just focus on what was actually important. But yeah,
that's
Jeremy Grant.
That's good. When we do our Mount Rushmore, instead of bad beats, we could just do our Mount Rushmore of like gambling graveyards of just like players you hate because they didn't do something that like that made you lose a bet.
Yeah,
like that better. Mount Rushmore gambling graveyard players. Okay. Zach, I'll go with my secure the bag, and then you can go back to back to finish it off. Cool? Okay. All right. My secure the bag, we go back to the diamond. It is the LA Angels facing the San Francisco Giants.
Son of a bitch.
Over 10 runs.
Okay, we're good.
Over 10 runs. The Giants, the number 29 team ERA, 5.69. Number 29 in bullpen ERA, 6.52. The Angels, not much better. Below average in both categories, number 22 in team ERA, number 18 in bullpen ERA, both a little bit over 4.5. The Giants are just coming off a series against Oakland. Oakland has great pitching. The Giants still scored 16 runs in 3 games. Do my math real quick. Type. About 5.5 runs a game. 16 runs in 3 games. LA is starting Canning. He's 0-3 with an ERA under 4.5. He only pitched 7 2/3 innings in his last 2 starts combined. He's struggling. The Giants, they're in such a flux with pitchers that they're starting Tyler Anderson, who has a respectable ERA, but you look that he's bounced around from the bullpen to the starting rotation. He's never thrown more than 5 innings in his whole career, or in his whole season. Angels, Giants, over 10 runs, secure the bag.
Alrighty. May I go now?
Yes.
Alright. My bonus. We're going to go back to the well. Oakland, Arizona, over 9. I think we're going to fucking crush it. Oakland, Oakland, Oakland. Get that one out of the way. We're done. Nothing more to say.
Was that your bonus?
That's my bonus.
Was that your bonus?
Yeah, it's my bonus.
Okay, sorry.
My secure the goddamn bag, which is what I thought you were about to steal, which is going to be upset. Last night, after San Francisco got fucking trounced by the Oakland A's, I saw a TikTok of a very angry San Francisco fan that came up on my For
I saw
You
that
page,
too. It was
where he said
TikTok.
they were throwing the game. Where
you should follow him.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm tailing this guy. LA Angels run line -1, was it -1.5, -1.5, plus 105. LA Angels all the way on that run line. I'm taking
Zach,
it. That's my secure the bag.
Zach, so you can take the Angels just to win. You don't have to take a -1.5.
I'm taking a -1.5. Well, I guess for this one, yeah. No. I'll take for this one and just go money line. I'm always thinking dollar signs, dude. I'm always thinking dollar signs.
I have to explain that to Zach every
come
time.
back next week where Zach learns betting again.
No,
it's like,
I understand how
just
betting works. We're not betting right here. We're just making picks.
On bets.
Right, but it's like you're not betting any money.
Oh, and you don't have a cash prize at the end of this?
Right, at the end, but it's like with each individual game, it causes you to change the rules, so it's not strictly betting.
It's not changing the rules, it's just being smart.
Oh my god. Now you're just nitpicking because you want to beat up on me. I didn't break your thumb, okay?
No, I'm nitpicking you because you do it and you ended up, what'd you do? You switched too. You said -1.5, and then I said you switched to the Angels because you did it again.
It doesn't cost you any money to stop yelling at me for this.
It doesn't cost you any money to switch to the Angels because we're not betting, right?
I already did.
Okay. So I could bet a run line plus 1.5.
Could have been the end
if
of it,
it's minus,
but you had to make it a thing.
Minus 200.
So if it's like the money line is obviously the smart thing because they just have to win. But say the Dodgers are minus 220 against someone, you can't take it because it's over 200. But you can take their run line, which is minus 1.5, and it'll be
I can do plus 1.5 in other cases though too.
Correct.
Nice.
So the Rockies tonight, for instance, plus 1.5 against the Astros, minus 139 instead, because their money line's plus money. All right, secure the bag picks are locked in. Zach, are we good?
I mean, I guess so. You tell me. You're the one being an asshole.
Well, you are what you
I don't like it when mom and dad fight.
And well, if you just did the game right, because you ended up switching.
Listen,
for the fifth consecutive Boardwalk.
Zach, heal his thumb.
There's a nice way to say it, and you didn't go down that route.
Well, when you do it 5 straight times, it gets kind of irritating. That's all I'll say.
Why? What money does it cost you?
Because I'm trying to help you. Because if you take a minus 1.5 and they win by 1, you were an idiot because you just should have just taken them to win.
Oh boy, I feel uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, it's okay though. What problems does it cause you if I'm doing bad at Boardwalk? That's actually good for you.
I'm a friend. It's constructive criticism, Zach.
Doesn't sound like you're being.
Maybe you should have been pushed more as a kid. All right, we moved to Who Tweeted That. It is Scotty versus Zach. I think Scotty, both of us are 2-1, and Zach, you might be 0-2.
I thought I was 0-1 because I started.
No, I mean,
you're 0-2.
If Scotty and I played 3 times, there's no way you've only played once. But
okay.
Shelby beat you.
We will go to Who Tweeted That. All right, this is first one regarding, and get your phones ready, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I forgot.
Mine's ready.
Okay,
Thank you, Zach.
Scotty Rush Hour, and then he forgets to get the DMs up.
This is on about Kawhi Leonard being healthy for the 2019 NBA Finals. Here's the tweet. Now he's gonna know what it's like to get swept by the Warriors. Good for him. Freezing cold takes.
Oh no.
Remember, message me privately.
Shit. I didn't even look at it.
You both got it correct. It was Zach.
Nice.
All right, next. How'd that work out? He's gonna get swept by the Warriors.
Well, who knew that Steph Curry was going to be out for 10 million years?
All right. Next one. I know Cersei got more than a wig and a prayer up her sleeve. I just don't want to see what it is. All right. Did you guys ring in?
Yes.
I did,
All right. Scotty got it right. It was Zach. Zach got it wrong.
What?
It's not Scotty.
I don't remember tweeting that. I guess I drank a lot
do want to see
during
what
watching
Cersei got up her
Game
sleeve.
of
This
Thrones.
shit, bad bitch.
All right, here we go. A new Superman movie is coming out in 2013 called Man of Steel. #hyped. All right, Scotty got it right. It was him. Zach, you got it wrong.
What? God.
I just know myself way too well.
I guess
hashtag-
I tweet too much
hyped.
to know my tweets.
Okay. All right.
I
No,
send them
Mom.
and forget.
No, Mom. I love you more.
Oh man.
February 22nd, 2017. No, Mom. I love you more.
Shelby, did you remember to include your own this time?
Yes, I did, and you got it right. It was me. Scotty got it wrong. It was not
Oh,
Zach.
man.
Woo!
That was when my mom texted me and said, come up the driveway when you get off the bus, and I said, I'm in college, and she said, oh, I forgot.
Oh my
quick
gosh,
dementia
that's
tweet.
So cute.
Okay. Next one. I love that Bohemian Rhapsody TD.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
What?
I love that Bohemian Rhapsody TD.
Oh, I know.
All right. You both got it wrong. It was me.
Oh, it was the bang. It was the bang.
Whoa.
Joe Mixon playing the piano, and I knew it was either me
against
or
the Ravens.
yeah, me or Shelby actually.
Yep, Joe Mixon against the Ravens in 2018. All right. The 2013-14 football season is no longer matters, and neither do you.
That's easy.
It is easy.
All right, both got it right. It was Zach. All right.
Before you said 2013-2014 season no longer, and I was like, yep, that's me.
Are the Browns tanking for the 2014 draft? LMAO.
God.
You both got it right. It was Scotty.
Yeah.
And now Scotty leads 5-4.
Fucking go.
All right.
You should be up by more.
In an open letter to the vegetable I used to love as a kid, but don't eat anymore as an adult. By The Odyssey.
What?
The fuck?
You both got it right. It was
yeah.
me.
Woo! I was going to say 50-50 chance it wasn't me, so
Right,
it's either
same.
Scotty or Shelby.
I thought that tweet was so funny because The Odyssey would always be like, an open letter to the boyfriend that made me not trust again. An open letter to the coach who made me hate sports. All right. Scotty leads 6-5. All right. Proud of the 2013 class, though. Wish I could have been a part of some of the stuff they did. # congrats. You both got it right. It was Scotty.
That's totally me.
Yeah, I heard how fast he typed, and I was like, I guess
They
it's
were doing-
# congrats.
They did a fucking lip dub, and I wanted to fucking be a part of it.
Weren't you not in the class of 13, though?
I was in 2012, homie. You know that.
Yeah, he's 2012, bud.
I know. So, like, you wanted to be a part of it, but that
Like
wasn't your
their
class that
senior,
did it?
like the class of 2013. I was not the class of 2013.
Oh, I gotcha.
He's class of 2012.
Gotcha.
He graduated a year before us.
All right. Back-to-back threes were exactly what the over needed. Thank you.
Oh man, this literally could be any of us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, no, it couldn't be me.
Scotty, have you rung in?
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, God.
Scotty, you're correct. It was Zach.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck! What?
January 29th, 2020. Zach, you tweeted that.
Oh. Okay. Well, I thought we were going further back with these tweets.
Okay.
Okay.
Zach, you trail Scotty 8-6, and here we go.
Fugs.
Gotta love when Stafford is your QB and you're playing Calvin.
Did you ring in yet?
You were both wrong. It was me.
Damn it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I thought it was from the year that I drafted Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford in the same draft.
It wasn't. All right. Final score. 8-6.
Come on, man.
8-6. Scotty wins to improve to 3-1.
Let's
Zach
go!
still remains winless. Had another an honorable mention. So Bleacher Report said 2 days after breaking the NCAA 3-point record, Fletcher McGee goes 0 for 12 from 3. And this person tweeted, "This was good for basketball. Kids need to know that style is not sustainable if you want real team success." You guys can just say that out loud. Who you think tweeted
it? Shelby.
No, it was you, Zach.
Yes.
What?
And Scotty said, "Wouldn't a better thing for basketball to be the underdog winning that anything can happen? That's what March Madness is about." So this guy going 0 for 12 from 3, Zach was like, "That's good for basketball. Kids need to know that style is not sustainable if you want real team success. Hashtag just don't mention the Warriors."
Good hashtag.
Yeah.
That is a good.
No, I added that hashtag. He didn't actually use it.
Oh.
Yeah, Zach, you actually said that shooting threes aren't sustainable if you want real team success.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Unless,
Stop.
No, don't tell me to stop. I will not let you restrict my free speech.
There is some big-time spread drama right now between the Celtics and Sixers.
Oh, man. What's
Celtics
happening?
by
What is
6
happening?
with 16 seconds left.
Oh, my God.
The over's not hit.
over's
The
not
over's
gonna
not
hit.
going to hit.
My teaser's good. My teaser's good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I was worried about.
My teaser is
Yeah.
good. Ooh, I know you weren't worried about it. I am because I have actual money on it. You
All right,
bitch. You bitch.
All right. We move on to our
Okay.
Mount Rushmore of 2000s comedies. Hand up. I thought we were doing comedians. I'll start.
What's the deal
Yeah, I know.
with
I
it?
was like, Dave Chappelle. All right, but I will start 2000s movies. A good recommendation by Zach, who's been killing it when it comes to Mount Rushmore topics. And I'll start by saying Anchorman.
Hey, you took my number two. Thank
Very
you.
quotable movie. I mean, just the push-ups where he's counting to 100. Afternoon Delight, very viral singing scene. Sex Panther, the whole nine. So very quotable. I think it's a good number one pick. Zach, you're up next.
It's gotta be Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Has to be.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Step Brothers. I mean, just as quotable. There's gonna be a lot of. Just a fair warning. If you don't like Will Ferrell, get out the DMs because you mute the conversation because this is gonna be
Circa
90%.
2013 Will Ferrell.
Yeah, this is gonna be just absolute all. It's a Will fest.
Scotty, you have two picks.
Yeah. This isn't one. Or a Will Ferrell movie, I should say, but it's super bad. I'm surprised it got to me in the first round.
I know, right?
But
That was juggling between those two.
like, I could watch Superbad every single day for my entire life and probably still never get bored of it. Carrie Hutchins' boob jobs, fucking Eric Flanagan or Eric Flounder, or who like I have to eat lunch alone, like I'm fucking.
You mean Steven Glansberg?
Steven Glansberg.
You were so off.
Yeah, it was.
The funniest
was.
part of that movie to me is the entire dick drawing montage, where he's a kid, he is obsessed with drawing dicks.
So I got to sit here and eat my dessert alone, like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg.
Pan to Steven Glansberg eating dessert, looking out into the distance.
It's the subtle
All right.
scenes like that.
Yeah.
Scotty, you have a second pick in a row.
Yeah, I'm really glad I get both of these. It's like fucking dream come true.
I know.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay, all right. I was worried you were
Great
gonna
fucking
pick
movie.
the one that I wanted. All right, it's
I
still
love
there.
Forgetting
I'm
Sarah
happy.
Marshall. I think it's like one of the best comedies ever made.
It is fantastic.
Um,
The part where she breaks up with him and he just drops his towel, totally hanging down.
That's the best quote. He's like, She's like, go put on clothes. He's like, if I put on clothes, it's over.
Or the fucking sex battle that they have where they're both trying to be louder than the other one.
It's like, the weather outside is weather.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Paul Rudd is
underrated Paul Rudd role right there.
Peak Paul Rudd. Okay, Zach, your second pick.
Pineapple Express. Easy. Just you can't go wrong with it. Danny McBride. This is really where I was like, because this is 2008, right? So I'm just now getting into this. Like when you're in 8th grade, 9th grade, that's where you start like figuring out what your tastes are. And Danny McBride coming onto the scene with this movie, he was in, what's that movie with Ben Stiller? The Foot Fist Way. Heartbreak Kid and The Foot Fist Way. Those two movies, but this is the first one where I saw Danny McBride. I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious. And then he goes on to do just instant classics.
Do you watch Eastbound and Down, Zach?
Of
Baseball?
course, yeah. I have the first season on DVD.
Oh.
That's how much I like that. Before you could get an HBO subscription online.
Yeah.
The only way you could get HBO was through your parents' internet. Or for your parents' cable package, and that wasn't going to happen. Not in the Nelson household, let me tell you. So, I had it. I finagled my way into getting that first season on DVD. The blooper reel is undefeated, by the way.
Okay, good pick.
Go
also,
ahead.
Boston wins by 8. Sixers turn it over on their last possession, trying to cover 6.5. Over does not hit. Zach gets a win there. I think everybody's 1-1. I think that's what that equates to.
The teaser is alive.
All right, teaser's alive. Won't be when the Bucks blow the doors off the Magic, though.
We'll see.
I'll go, and I think, Scotty, you have Forgetting Sarah Marshall as one of your favorite comedies. Mine is Dodgeball. Is one of my all-time favorite movies. I thought it was so funny. I thought I died as a kid, and I still do when it comes back. It has corny jokes like, you're about as useful as a poopy flavored lollipop. Like, as a kid, like, that's hilarious. But then, like, they also have subtle jokes where, like, Patches O'Houlihan dies when the sign gets, like, falls down on him. And they're just like, I bet that's how he wanted to go. But
he's like, is it necessary? Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine?
Yeah.
No, but I do it anyway because it's sterile and I like the taste. That's kind of potty humor.
All right,
love it. Man.
Okay.
Hey, come on, man.
That was good. And then I'll go double Vince Vaughn. I think Vince Vaughn's one of my favorite actors. Wedding Crashers.
I know what this is. I knew that.
There you go.
Wedding Crashers. I couldn't let it get to past the third round. So many.
The fact that it fell this far is frankly offensive.
It is. Vince Vaughn in that movie's great. Owen Wilson, he's good too. It's just so good. I mean, there's Vince Vaughn's like subtle. He has like the subtle sarcastic humor that I really like.
And how fast he
exactly
talks is
really
just
like
awesome. That opening bit at the beginning where he's talking to his secretary about the sleeping bags and all that kind of stuff. Underrated.
Makes the secretary feel like shit. Oh, perfect. Daiquiri timeout. Daiquiris. All right, Zach, third pick.
Hot route. Mine is going to be coming into the tail end. I mean, I guess you could count this if you want to count 2010 as part of the 2000s. If you don't, that's okay. I'll take the flack. The Other Guys.
Oh, yeah. I like The Other Guys.
Underrated.
Oh yeah.
So some people don't like it.
Really?
I love it. Especially my favorite one is Michael Keaton's role and that running gag of him in TLC lines. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Fucking that shit is amazing. And the running gag of the wooden gun that Will Ferrell's character gets. It's like somebody like puts like a linseed oil finish on here. You might want to drop a thank you note. Like that kind of the subtle stuff again that comes up with this. Adam McKay, I think he's a fantastic comedy writer. And well-deserved Oscar winner.
The innocence of Will Ferrell in that movie is what I think makes his character. Where he doesn't realize that he was a pimp. And then he also, like, he's so innocent and nice everywhere, and then he treats his wife like crap, and like tells her she's ugly when she's like smoking hot.
If I put that into my fashion app, you'd probably get a D-.
All right, Scotty, 2 picks.
2 picks. The first one I'm gonna go with "I Love You, Man."
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel and Paul Rudd again. I'll take them back-to-back picks.
Yeah.
Segel.
He's like, mind your own fuckhole. Later on the MJ.
Or when he He fights with Lou
Yeah.
Ferrigno.
It's a great fucking movie. To top it all off, I'll take a classic that started the classics, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another
man.
Paul Rudd.
That
I
one
think Paul
fell,
Rudd's
bro.
one of my favorite comedy actors, dude. Paul Rudd is like
Yeah, me
literally
too.
anything Paul Rudd is in, I think is so funny. Like everything.
Yeah.
Like This Is 40.
There-
I could also make an argument for that, but that's past 2010, I believe.
Oh, it is? Okay. There's a movie, though, and it did miss the cut. 2010. It's called How Do You Know? It has Paul Rudd, Reese Witherspoon, and Owen Wilson in it.
Oh, I know.
And it's supposed
I
to be a
watched it.
comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of
garbage.
the worst movies ever. It's so bad.
It's garbage.
It's
Shelby,
so
it's
bad.
funny you brought that up. I just watched that movie like not a month ago. And
It is so bad, dude.
I watched that movie before I watched Definitely Maybe, with Ryan Reynolds. It was like
I like Definitely Maybe.
rom-com. Yeah, it's a good movie. And then we like referred back to the Paul Rudd movie with Reese Witherspoon. We're like, wow, that movie fucking blowed. That movie
Yeah,
sucked.
dude. I watched that. I was so excited because I'm like, oh my god, I've never heard of this movie, and this is like a can't miss cast. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
what did I just watch?
Yeah, it was
It
garbage.
was so
Guys,
bad.
I am so scared to get into all of the honorable mentions and the stuff that we missed. Not even to get into the Cornetto trilogy. So like Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, those ones, which maybe you guys don't like, but they're beloved. The Longest Yard, Napoleon Dynamite, like Tropic Thunder. There's too many good movies to choose from. I understand we took a whole decade.
Well,
and we're
I
like,
mean,
all these
that's
awesome
when
movies.
fucking Seth Rogen came onto the scene, and
Right. And well, there was Sacha Baron Cohen.
you could
too,
still say like
Borat,
Along Came
and,
Polly in the early 2000s, like Along Came Polly and Amy Adams, 51st
the
Dates,
Super Troopers.
That's not really.
Well,
2000.
let's finish the Mount Rushmore before honorable
Yeah,
mentions.
40-year-old version. That's
Oh,
my
I
last
thought
pick.
we were done.
No, you guys.
No,
got
Zach,
two.
it's snaked back around to you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Tropic Thunder.
Okay. Yeah,
I gotta go with that one. Yeah.
The movie you couldn't get away with now.
No.
And yeah, like a lot of 2000s
Yeah.
movies, like they don't push the envelope. Tropic Thunder definitely would not be able to make in 2000 or 2020.
No. Looking at you, Robert Downey Jr.
And I actually, and Ben Stiller was Simple Jack. But actually, you know what's funny is that like, and I don't know why I thought like I agreed with Colin Coward on this. He said Tom Cruise was a great actor because he could take like stupid roles like he did in Tropic Thunder, and like he was like killed it in that movie
Yeah.
as the agent, as the agent.
Yeah. I think that's Tom Cruise in rare form.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly,
see
'cause
him
you
in
definitely-
you don't picture him as a guy who has a sense of humor because he's kind of like the white Kawhi Leonard. You can think he might be a robot.
Why does he have to be the white Kawhi Leonard?
definitely-
Why can't you just say he's like Kawhi Leonard?
Oh, Kawhi Leonard's
I mean,
black.
I didn't see it.
I don't
don't
see
know.
color like that. Damn, Zach.
not
That's-
seeing color is arguably just as racist.
Well, I
Ooh.
mean that's what you get when you drive a BMW, which is what Hitler used to drive.
He drove Volkswagens, and you know that.
Bet you like German Shepherds, too.
Nazi car. Oh, German Sunday, your favorite? Oh, I bet.
I bet you like chicks with blonde hair.
Okay, my last pick. Like we mentioned, there's a bunch of honorable mentions. I'm really stuck between two, but I'll go with Knocked Up.
Good one.
There you go.
Yeah, Seth. I feel like we kind of without. I was the only one I think that didn't have Seth Rogen, so I think
you
maybe
go.
Scotty didn't.
He's in 40.
No, because he's in
Superbad
Superbad.
in 40-year-old version.
He's in
He's in
Superbad
40-year
too.
version.
Yeah, so I didn't have Seth Rogen, and I think I made up for that with Knocked Up. But yeah, get into some honorable mentions. I'll just run my list real quick because I think I got like 4 that weren't mentioned.
Yeah.
As a kid, I loved the movie White Chicks. Another one that was funny that I don't think you could get away with
No.
in 2020. Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel bad not getting this one. Zoolander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoolander was great.
I'm so excited to run through the rest of my honorable mentions, but I'll
and
let
the
Scotty
last
go
one,
after you.
the last one I notched down was I thought was an underrated one that I always kind of liked, and that was Without a Paddle.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Underrated Dax Shepard right there.
All right, you guys go with your honorable mentions.
I only had a
Scotty.
couple because I'll keep it short. Mr. Deeds, it's a good one. Just watched that last
Yeah.
night. The Hangover. We missed The Hangover.
God.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I know. That was gonna be one I was gonna put in.
Let's see. Any of the remember the Scary Movies trilogy when those first came out?
Oh, I love
those were great.
Scary Movie 3 was one of my favorite movies ever.
That was great.
I thought it was so funny.
Man. No, I'm actually gonna wrap it up there. That's all mine.
Okay. All right. So I got quite a few more. I'm gonna blow right through them. Semi-pro. You mentioned The Hangover. I was gonna say it. Team America, World Police, Old School, all of the Jackass movies, all three of them, and then Click.
Click, yeah, that's a good one.
And then I guess Click's a good one. And then one that I don't think holds up very well, but I liked when I was in middle school, Wild Hogs.
Oh, I liked Wild Hogs. They were from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh, we're cross country from Cincinnati.
All right. Is that our show?
Is that our show?
Hey, that's our show.
Zombieland.
Ah, you got it. Ah, you did it.
See you guys.